bowl season got off to a rousing start when Arizona tangled with Nevada. Okay, when Arizona tangled with Arizona in a surprisingly action-packed fight amongst teammates. Of course, Coach Rich Rodriguez acted mortified by it. But the rest of us found it pretty entertaining. So entertaining, in fact, that we'd like to see more of these things. Anytime you force people into space and the variable that brings you together has nothing to do with whether or not you would get along, there's going to be a fight at some point. It's a good chance. That's right. We want to see teammates fight. The question is, which teammates? Teammates, actually in college, especially college football teammates fight all the time. Just usually about a woman. You never hear that story about that one dude who got hit in the head with the weightlifting trophy? Wes Welker and Danny Woodhead. Just to see who would be the scrappiest scrapper in the scrap. Oh, dude, can you imagine the play-by-play that we would get from Jim Nance and Phil Simms if you got a Wes Welker, Danny Woodhead scrap? They have no idea who to root for. None whatsoever. Thomas Robinson and DeMarcus Cousins. Robinson elbows people in the throat. Cousins hits people in the nuts. Hey, man, I try to ride for the cat. Can't be out here hitting people in the nuts and acting like it's okay. The two of those dudes fight. Let me tell you what's gonna come next. A thumb in the eye. This will look like a wrestling match. Because neither one of them fights fair. Neither one. And two big old dirty fighting cats. Kevin Love versus Ricky Rubio. Because it sounds like Love might be getting a wee bit jealous. Hey, look, we understand. Playing for the Timberwolves stinks and everything else. I also understand Kevin Love seems a little salty that the Timberwolves want to give the 5-year contract to Ricky Rubio and not him. All I'm saying, if I got to pick between one of those two guys, the team's probably going to lose regardless. We might as well keep the guy that's fun, am I right? You know, that's a tricky question because I have, in a Kevin Love, Ricky Rubio fight, here's the problem. It's very hard to predict how someone will react if he's never been in a fight before. That goes for the two of them. I don't get the vibe that either one of them has exchanged a great number of fisticuffs. Yeah. Zach Randolph and Tony Allen, because one of them would have to lose, and it's hard to imagine either of them losing a fight. I got no telling who I got in that one. No telling whatsoever, because the one thing about Zebo is I read a lot of stories about fights involving Zebo, but they all actually involve his crew. Tony Allen, on the other hand, while we have not heard any stories, always seems to be this close to the action. You know, he seems like he still fights for himself. Like Steven Jackson's like, I could hire bodyguards, but then I'd miss out on all the fun. I get that vibe about Tony Allen. Larry Fitzgerald versus John Skelton, Kevin Cobb, and Ryan Lindley at the same damn time. They ain't gonna hit Larry Fitzgerald. They ain't hit Larry Fitzgerald all year. If they could hit Larry Fitzgerald would have better statistics. And I guarantee you, once that fight gets started, y'all better just let Larry go until he gets finished. He's been holding it in. Teammates are like brothers. And sometimes, brothers fight. Or something else cliche like that. Yeah, dude, when Andre Johnson put the beat down on Cortland Finnegan, that's the closest thing to Robert Parrish, Bill Laimbeer that we've ever seen, where no one had any desire to break this up. In fact, they were hoping it wouldn't end. We just want to see him fight. And we don't feel guilty about it. Well, actually, no. We don't want to see a fight between Tyler and Ben Hansbrough because we know how that fight's going to end. Tyler Hansbrough in an overwhelming knockout. You ever hear the story about Ben Hansbrough celebrating a driveway win once? And Tyler punched him in the face and said, "Don't do that again." There's not a lot of guys in the NBA I'd want to fight less than Tyler Hansbrough. And I imagine no one is more aware of this fact than Ben. Tyler ain't letting Ben Hansbrough win no fight. They in different weight classes on top of everything else. And how the hell did Ben Hansbrough get into the NBA? Can we talk about that?